favourite punters will be hoping they can run on. Very windy here today. Red light turned on here, the first event. They're set at Canterbury. All clear from behind. They're off and racing now, and Hollywood Hero takes a snag shortly after the start. Queen Maker began well. Baltic Coast, Kahawati, Chevron, Arale all up there early. It's a charge for the lead. Settling fully into stride, and they're four abreast with Chevron the outside going on now to join Arale and Kahawati in the lead. Caught in no man's land was Stand Aside looking for a spot. Then Queen Maker, Owari, Baltic Coast, and the favourite is detached at the rear two away. That's Hollywood Hero. Down the back straight they go. 1,000 metres to run. Kahawati's taken the lead. It's Kahawati able to repel the challenge of Chevron, who sits at its girth. A length and a half Stand Aside cast on a limb, followed by Queen Maker, Arale splitting horses. Then Baltic Coast just steady to avoid heels. Owari to its outside, and Hollywood Hero continues to race at the rear of proceedings. They're bunching up a little now. Kahawati tried to get a cheap furlong, and they're very bunched. Berry's off and moving on Hollywood Hero quickly to midfield, but wide. Chevron still there, up running second, followed by Queen Maker. Arale, Baltic Coast awkwardly placed, and Owari is out the back. They're coming for home. Kahawati joined by Hollywood Hero. He made the move at the right time, did T. Berry, and he surges to the lead on Hollywood Hero. He puts up 3-4 lengths. Queen Maker, Owari from the back, then Arale, Baltic Coast. But with 100 metres left to go, it is all Hollywood Hero. He was 0 last start, but he's going to be a hero today as favourite. Great ride, T-Berry. Hollywood Hero's too good. Wins it from Baltic Coast, Queen Maker. Then Owari fourth in. Arale next, then Chevron, followed by Kahawati and Stand Aside. Well, he just timed that perfectly when he went.
He certainly did. You could see Hollywood Hero. You can't question the tactics. They asked for a cold ride. They were detached 3 lengths. Tommy Berry, though, deciding that it was go time. He launched around the field, and it just meant that a few of the main dangers, including Baltic Coast and Queen Maker, they were just trapped on the fence in what we describe so commonly as that Canterbury coffin, and they weren't able to launch their run at the same time. So Hollywood Hero off, gone, stolen it. Baltic Coast has run well in for second, Queen Maker third, and Owari has maybe franked that little bit of each-way support. I know it's run fourth, but a handy run there for Brad Widdop, albeit some 3 or 4 lengths off the winner. Nice win to Hollywood Hero.
Yeah, good way for the punters to start the day, but he was very well ridden there by Tommy Berry. Just that mid-race slowdown between that 800 to 400, he took off, and it was all about the momentum for Hollywood Hero. So back in the winner's store for that runner. I thought Baltic Coast was very honest, and also, as you said, Benny, Queen Maker, they just couldn't build momentum at that key stage with a few runners falling back in their laps, and Owari was honest enough as well there. But it's all about the winner. I think they'll keep going back and just asking for that big effort to come down the centre of the track.
Yeah, well, it's not like we haven't seen it before with Hollywood Hero. Last prep in the Canterbury Cup, we saw a stone-cold ride, and that was maybe where he ran his best run of the prep. But that was a mixed one today. Well timed by Tommy to launch that move.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely stone cold early, but leave it up to Tommy to make those decisions. I think the thing was when he went quickly and he kept going on him, and he didn't give him a chance to sort of think about it. And the horse went on with it today. So no doubt he's got better things to come. He's taking time, but I think when he gets there and the penny does drop, he's going to be a really nice horse.
What can you kind of aim up at? We saw the Country Cup circuit last prep, but this preparation, we're now 3 runs in and hitting the mile.
Yeah, he's sort of getting there. I think probably a race like the Scone Cup's going to be a good race for him in a couple of weeks. He's going to get in with, not too much weight, and then we'll see where he goes from there. But I still think he's another preparations away from reaching his full potential.
Okay, best of luck with the debutant in the next.
Thanks, Benny.
Thanks very much to Luke. Tommy Berry just making his way back and unsaddling. It was a beautiful ride, Shani. I mean, they were 3 lengths detached at one point, but he decided to push the button just at the right time.
Well, they wanted quiet. You gave them quiet. He made the mid-roll, the move over around the 600, and it was the winning move.
Yeah, it was. And look, he relaxed really well for me, which is what we wanted to get him to do. And there was a lot of pressure on early, and I just thought, well, this quality horse going that fast, they've got to stop at some point. And when they steadied up down the side, I just saw it as my opportunity to get going on him, and I didn't want to just slowly loom up to him because he can think a little bit, so I thought if I can put him away quick, he'll go on with the job, and he did, so hopefully that gives him a bit of confidence now.
Is the track on a better side of a 6 or the other side?
On him it felt like a better side, but look, it's got a nice bit of juice in it, so I'd say for now, especially with it being overcast, a 6 is where it's at.
Thanks, Tom.
Cheers.
Okay, well done to Tommy Berry, and he was the second favourite in the Jockey Challenge, picks up 3 points there. That's career win number 4. Now it's start number 18 for this Son of Sacred Falls, and another Son of Sacred Falls wins on rain-affected ground. What a fantastic mudlark that horse was. Hollywood Hero, $3 and $1.40 fixed, $2.80 at 40 on the tote. Baltic Coast second, Queenmaker third, and Awari in for fourth. 1, 2, 7 and 8, one race down at Canterbury.
Yes, and the money on the mark there with Hollywood Hero. It was pretty well supported, paying just under the $3 mark across all the totes there. $2.80 and $1.40 New South Wales, $2.20 for Baltic Coast. Queenmaker getting third, $1.60, and Owari ran fourth. 1, 2, 7, 8. First four, $626. Not too shabby at all for horses that were in the market. All right, that was the first of the day from Canterbury.
After an incident in the barriers, and we've got a red light again. Stand by. They're off and racing now. Perfect Dispatch. Super Zippy jumped away well and is given a squeeze to go to the front. Super Zippy lands in the lead. Veloce Rosa goes straight to second, followed by Warrior Princess, Hot Jive. And Iran Tiva, the favourite, goes back to last in the small field. If you're just joining us, 2 late scratchings. Numbers 1, Chasing Point, and 4, Nothing Seems to Fit. Off the back straight they go. 650 metres to run. Super Zippy gets a nice lead. 3/4 of a length in front for Jess Taylor. Veloce Rosa keeping tabs on it, followed by Warrior Princess, Hot Jive, and Iran Tiva is going to be saved for one run at them. They come around the home turn, 400 metres left to run. Super Zippy travels okay, has Veloce Rosa off the bit. Warrior Princess runs up behind them. Hot Jive and Iran Tiva's to the outside and starting to extend, but Super Zippy kicked away by 2 lengths. One danger, that's the favourite. Iran Tiva going to second. 125 to go. Super Zippy starting to stop. Iran Tiva's within a length, but she's peaking on her run as well. And Super Zippy's going to scramble home. Super Zippy gets in, has won it from Iran Tiva, and a long gap to third, which was Veloce Rosa ahead of Warrior Princess and Hot Jive. Late scratchings of numbers 1 and 4.
Yes, Super Zippy has done a fantastic job up on speed there. $2.70 and $1.80 for those who are playing fixed odds. Nothing Seems to Fit, 13 cents by 14 cents the deductions there. And Chasing Point, the other late scratching, left us unaffected. I think the second horse, Erin Tiva, has a little bit. Settled last, had to launch a big run. Absolutely nothing carried it into the race, and it's been beaten, say, well, just short of half a length. Veloce Rosa in for third and Warrior Princess fourth. 7, 2, 8 and 9, but fantastic tipping. Well played to you. Super Zippy gets the chockies, Nick.
Yeah, just the fitness edge there, Benny, and she just a great ride by Jess Taylor. Just stacked them up, moderate tempo, and only looked throughout and just accelerated between that 4 to the 2. And Too Strong held on for that finishing speed to the line. But with that said, Erin Tiva, I think, is the one you want to take out of the race. Just had to get back from the draw, hit the line well, and looks like it's going to only improve in time. Veloce Rosa, I know, dropped off the bit around the 600 metres, but still kept plugging away. So I think they'll probably go back to the country provincial circuit there and might be able to knock off a maiden. But the second horse I want to follow out of the race, but all honours to the ride and a good effort there for the Jared Austin stable.
Yeah, I think Jared Austin is here. We'll just wait for him to make his way down. But well done to Jess Taylor, getting a win here with this 3-year-old daughter of Super One. And you mentioned the form was on the board. The runs at Wyong and Hawkesbury were pretty good. Kirkuk, which got up underneath it, never went around a horse, got every favour to roll Super Zippy there at Hawkesbury. And even the start prior, Jamaican Money, not too much was expected of Super Zippy that day. And ran out of its skin around the $19 mark and was only beaten some 0.2 there. Made its own luck today, though, and a fantastic win. Well done.
Yeah, no, it sure was. Look, the race sort of looked nice on paper, but she still had to come out and do it. She's been a work in progress. The first couple of runs, she wanted to run off the track, so she sort of slowly put it together her last couple, and it was good to see her really get the job done nicely today.
And particularly at a track like this, if you can make your own luck, get up on speed, which we didn't see earlier on from her, then suddenly a few of these races can fall in your lap.
Yeah, that's for sure. Look, she's shown plenty of speed at home. She just hasn't had much confidence in her races yet, and sometimes these little fillies just take a little while. But yeah, she certainly put it all together today.
Well done. How's the team shaping up? Going all right?
No, going okay. The good mare's out having a little break, so it's good to have her. And look, we've got a couple going to the trials at Tuesday at Warwick Farm, and both should head through to the city. So yeah, things to look forward to and coming up.
I'm on Black Bookers with Shani this week. Both of our ears just pricked. We'll keep an eye out for them. Good, well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations there. Jess Taylor's done a great job too, Shani.
Yeah, she has indeed. Jess, well done. Straight to the front, and they couldn't get past her.
Yeah, look, I wasn't unhappy to see a couple come out from the inside, to be honest. Made my job just that little bit easier, but she bounced really well. She put herself on the rail, which is good. As Jared said, she's had a tendency to sort of want to get away from him on her inside a little bit, so I was really happy when I was able to find the rail and control the tempo. She relaxed beautifully in front for me, and when I gave her a squeeze just to come around the turn into the straight, she really picked up, and I thought she let down super, and she did a good job.
I know you haven't ridden her in a trial or race day. Have you had much to do with her at home?
Yeah, I've ridden her a fair bit of track work and stuff, so I know her. She's just a really quiet, calm filly at home, and she just does everything right, so it's good to see her get the win.
Well done.
Thanks, cheers.
Yeah, congratulations to Jess Taylor and that race experience. This girl had seen a wet track, she'd been to the races a few times, and that certainly has proven the difference there. Super Zippy getting a win at start number 5, a couple of minors thrown in prior to today. As for the minors, Erin Tiva, $1.45 in for second, Veloce Rosa runs third, and Warrior Princess in for 4. 7, 2, 8 and 9, 2 races down.
All right, with the late scratchings there, of course, of the 1 and the 4, and Super Zippy leading them out and coming home just ahead of Erantova. Now, with the late scratchings, of course, there were a few changes to the divvies, and Super Zippy paid $2.70 and $1.80. The second horse $1.10, and no third divvy there for Veloce Rosa. Warrior Princess ran fourth, 7, 2, 8 and 9. And Nick Burney tipped the exacta there.
Red light activated. Stand by. Now they're racing. Justice Warrior off the inside, fair into stride. Toke began brilliantly and is being pushed out to the lead by Clark. Shows out from on the outside, Lady Zodiac. Punching up the rails, Justice Warrior, Bronco Revolution fourth. Break in the field, Loon to Excellence, followed by Mr. Artemisia, Private Life, about 8 off the lead as the leader rolls along. Getting back was Zoom Raider on the outside of Let's Go Barbie, and 1.5 Imperialist. Toke the leader, 600 metres to go, travels 3/4 of a length in front of Lady Zodiac. One away third, the inside, Justice Warrior, then Bronco Revolution approaching the turn. Private Life still about 7 or 8 lengths back at the top of the straight. 350 metres to go. Toke held together. Zodiac, Lady Zodiac, the outsides issuing a challenge, followed by Justice Warrior, Bronco Revolution. Leader with a kick, Toke. 200 metres to go. 1.5 Lady Zodiac, which can't go anymore. In behind those, Bronco Revolution. Wide out Private Life, but Toke showed that brilliant speed, got a positive ride, and got the chocolates. Toke too good, leads all the way. Eye catcher, Mr. Artemisia from last. It's closed off strongly to run second. Third in Justice Warrior. Not sure fourth. Private Life got home at the end. Stopping was Lady Zodiac, Bronco Revolution. Then Let's Go Barbie. Imperialist, Loon to Excellence, one of the last over.
Well, if you jump, make your own luck, up on speed here at Canterbury, you're going to be in the finish more often than not, and Toke hasn't really given the others a chance there. $6.90 and $1.80 for Tim Clark. The 9 gets the victory. And as for Toke, that's start number 2, this daughter of Street Boss. She debuted there at Wyong over the 1100, got tipped out, did have every chance on that occasion, but clearly has returned a stronger and better horse. The 4 will run second. That's the 3 running third, and the 5 might just stick the beak out to ultimately run fourth. So the 4, Mr. Artemisia, unquestionably the black booker out of the race. That horse and the third horse, Justice Warrior, have both run well, and the 5, Private Life, closed off okay, but it was a gap back.
Yeah, too good there. Did it on both ends, didn't she, Benny? And if you really just took a line through that first up run, and we're happy to follow up today, if you took the $3 there on when she was on debut at Gosford, Wyong, I should say, you got paid. But with that said, I think Mr. Amnesia was a really good run. The other horse I want to point out, just onto my eye, was Let's Go Barbie. So it might be one to follow, who only got out late there and was really strong through the line. On the favourite, just a little bit green and got lost when it came out to do something, but maybe you do a bigger track track will suit that horse. But all honours to the winner, just way too good for them today, Benny.
Absolutely, and race experience is invaluable. Toke was fantastic on speed. Well done.
Yeah, no doubt that counts for a lot. And she came through a hot form race, and she's a big raw filly. I'm sure there's so much scope for her to keep improving when you see her physically. So for her to be doing it, that early in her career, I think that was always sort of positive signs, and she's come back a much more seasoned filly this time around.
As deep as that race was, by memory, you guys were quite optimistic in the lead up there as well. So clearly you've always had an opinion, and she's developed in that break.
Yeah, she's always showed that natural brilliance. We've seen that at the trials, and then that first start she had at Wyong did a few things wrong, and it all just probably came a little bit too quickly. But she still retained that brilliance and that natural speed that she's got. That'll take her a long way. I think there's a lot of upside. I think we can add some more valuable black type with her. She's a filly for the Valerie group, selected by Bruce Slade and the team there. So I'm delighted for all them. They've been great in showing support with these lovely fillies. So it's an honour to be able to training them.
Okay, so we saw one run in the initial prep. We've had one run here, but she'll keep pushing on?
Yeah, she will. I think maybe a race like the listed Woodland Stakes at Scone could be a lovely race for the fillies there. Nice big track, I think, will suit her. If not there, we could look towards Queensland, but I'm sure there's more upside.
Okay. Could be a cast of thousands at Scone. Lots heading that way. Hopefully I'll see you there. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks very much to Adrian Bott, and congratulations to him and to Tim Clark as well. We see it time and time again. He's able to get these horses out of the gates, straight to the front, and prove a bit too strong. And there was a nice gap back between first and second. No semaphore board here, but we'll report the margins a little bit later. Shani?
Tim, you've had a lot to do with her. What do you think of her?
Yeah, look, she's always shown good ability. Did a few things wrong on her debut, where she was probably sort of coming to the end of it, but she's come back in good order. Although her trials weren't scintillating, just felt when she got under pressure race day and over a bit further, we'd see her true form, and that we did.
She'll be able to continue to go through the grade, do you think?
Yeah, definitely, and I think she'll feel that got good scope, and she's going to train on, and I think she'll get over a bit further as well. And but it's a good way to start a prep. She's had a confidence boosting win, and she can go on with it.
Well done.
Thanks.
Toke, too good for them today. $6 and $1.90 fixed, $6.90, $1.80 on the New South Wales tote. Mr. Artemisia has run a bottler in for second, closing off late, and the son of the autumn sun certainly looks a promising type. Justice Warrior in for third has run well, maybe just a touch green once they found that clear air, and Private Life was another one hitting the line well, that son of Written Tycoon. So Chris Waller with a couple to follow, but Waterhouse and Bott with the win. Number 9, too good.
Yeah, so Toke winning that one, the Waterhouse and Bott stable there, and Tim Clark doing the riding, the race for the 2-year-olds. And it was in the market there, always around that sort of $6 mark, and on the tote $6.90 and $1.80. Mr. Artemisia has run second from the Chris Waller stable, $2.90. The first starter from the Kristen Buchanan team, Justice Warrior, that's run third, and that was in the market as well, paying $1.90 for a place. Private Life has run fourth. And the numbers there, 9, 4, 3 and 5. 9, 4, 3 and 5 in race 3 from Canterbury.
There goes Physicist up into the gates, and we can stand by. Field set to run. They're off and racing now. Caught them in a pretty good line. Glebe gets a squeeze near the inside to be prominent. Kataichi was away well, and Via Varello's coming across. When they settle down, it's Via Varello and Kataichi now going on with it. Glebe probes up on the fence, followed by Balmiro slotting in. It's on the outside of Steel Rain. Favourite gets back, Kings Valley. He's second to last here. And Physicist can see them all. Into the back straight they go, heading up towards the 1100 metres. Via Varello shows the way, 3/4 Kataichi. Third the inside Glebe, Balmiro's fourth, followed by Steel Rain as they slacken. One away then Kings Valley. He's about 5 or 6 lengths off the lead, and Physicist is 2 lengths away last of all. They've got 800 metres to go, and it appears as though they've settled into an order now. Via Varello shows the way, turns off the back straight now. Leading Kataichi and Glebe box seating. Balmiro's just come off the bridle there, 600 metres to go. It's on the outside of Steel Rain. Now he gets going on Kings Valley around the outside, and he's making good ground. Physicist has got his back. They're approaching the turn. Compact field here. Vivarello gone. Kataishi hits the lead. Glebe moves off the inside. Kings Valley's under the Persuader, but he keeps running on, and Physicist wider out. Early in the straight, Glebe goes to the front from Kings Valley stalking. Physicist a length and a half away. 150 to go. Kings Valley surges to the lead. Physicist is trying to mow him down. Kings Valley in front, but Physicist keeps coming the outside. Physicist on the outside looms up, and you don't have to be Einstein to work out that he got there right on the post. Physicist has beaten Kings Valley. Third in, that might be Glebe. Fourth, not sure, Kataishi Balmiro. Behind those then was Steel Rain, and the last home was Vivarello.
Physicist and Tyler Schiller get there just in the nick of time. The riding was on the wall off the back of that Wyong run where they steamed from the back. And in this race, well, poor old Kings Valley just gave it a magnificent escort into the race. At no point did they get dragged into it. They hopped on the back of Molly Burke's galloper there and John Sargent trained Barmiero, but it just brought them nowhere. So Kings Valley had to launch the run, and for the entire straight, Physicist had its back. It was just a matter of when you popped off and launched after it. So a good win, 2, 1, 6 and 7. I thought the top two, they're both worth following.
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty well there, Benny. It was just all about the ride by Physicist. With that said, Tommy Berry had no option on Kings Valley. He just had to get going around that 600-metre mark, that long, wide, sustained run. Had to get tired that last little bit, only being second up. And Physicist, the riding was on the wall, as you said, off that really strong first up run. Gets out to the 15.50 today and just too strong late there. So follow Kings Valley in another maiden. He'll be hard to beat. And Glebe jumped better out of the barriers today and battled on well enough, but it's all about the top two. Good margin to third.
Yeah, well done, Brad. That must have put a smile on the face.
Yeah, it did. Look, you know, when you see him run well to start before, you always like to see him back it up, and he did it well. It was good speed there, actually, for this type of race. So, look, things sort of worked out well for us.
He had a magnificent toe into the race. Tyler was able to get onto the back of Kings Valley and pretty much stalk up until straightening. And well, at that point, you thought, are you going to be able to run it down? But there was some nice late strength too.
Yeah, look, you know, another thing you like to see in a racehorse is attack the line, and he certainly did that. So, yeah, couldn't be happier. It's fantastic. It's great bunch of owners, and yeah, very pleased.
Tell me a little bit about them, because you've got a decent crew out here by the looks.
Yeah, no, they come across from Mark Newnham, and we've had a bit ups and downs there, a couple of nice winners and a couple of disasters. But look, this horse seems to be going the right way, which is great.
Okay, congratulations to you. A couple of nice horses in these colours. Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, brilliant from Brad Witter. So a win there over the 1550 for Physicist. That's just at start number 2 after putting the riding on the wall in that 1350 metre event there at Wyong. And there wasn't much more that Tyler could have done on that occasion. They dropped back to last from 7 and launched late, and you thought, hey, this horse has a little bit. What did you make of the run of Kings Valley? Just had to do all the bullocking work, Shani?
Yeah, exactly. And he was there right until the last couple of strides. This horse just was able to get on his back and get over the top late. But Kings Valley certainly don't drop off him. It was a nice enough effort. And I'm just going to squeeze in here and have a chat to Tyler. Tyler was aboard this fella at Wyong on debut, and he was brilliant at debut. He really brilliant at Wyong, I should say. He let down. And today you got on the back of Tommy and took you every part of the straight to get him, but you picked him up.
Yeah, I actually thought he would have been a bit closer, and I was thinking I was going to have to follow something that I didn't want to into the race, but when he landed there out of the gates, I was very pleased to follow him. And his Wyong debut was terrific. He didn't get a lot of luck. He didn't get anything to cart him into the race, and today he did, and he showed his dominance late, and I think he's got a lot of upside to him. He
looks like a lovely horse. He just relaxes beautifully, and when you ask him, he's got something there.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he doesn't get 2,000. He relaxes very well. I think the speed today was probably a touch better than Wyong, but there was a lot less horses to go around, so it probably helped.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done to Tyler Schiller. He gets a win on the board, and Tyler now has 3 points in the Jockey Challenge. Tommy Berry leads that on 7. He was around the $4.60 mark. J-Mac, the $1.40 favourite, currently on 3 points and with a little bit of work to do. Picked up the one there with Glebe. So Physicist beats Kings Valley, Glebe and Barmiero. 4 races down here, but a nice win and a handy horse there added to the Brad Widdop stable.
And the numbers there, 2, 1, 6 and 7. 2, 1, 6, 7, race 4, Canterbury, and Physicist gets up there. Always around that sort of $5, $5.50 mark, fixed odds. And on the New South Wales tote pays $5.30 and $2.40. Kings Valley, the favourite, $1.50. Glebe has run third, and Balmero has run fourth.
We're just about set for action. Barriers right down the back straight at the 12.50. Red light and they're racing now, and the instructor began smartly. He's looking for the lead and getting it. Cinque Torre following him across. Balkans digs up as well. Then Graceless Styler. Nice speed early. Wolves the fence. Avery's next in the centre, 2 lengths away to Mars Mission, followed by Atlantic Ocean, and Dakota Vroom is last of all. The instructor has to absorb pressure here. Rattling his cage on the outside, Cinque Torre at the 800 metres mark. Balkans is next on the outside. He might be 3 deep. There he is, in fact, Balkans, the well-backed favourite on a limb. Just behind them, Graceless Styler in a nice stalking spot. The outside of Wolves and Avery centre field. One away, Atlantic Ocean. They were followed by Mars Mission, and Dakota Vroom is last. The instructor leads, 400 metres to go. Half a length, Cinque Torre, which is off the bit. Wolves, Graceless Styler, Balkans, the next runners, but the instructor boots away. Top of the straight, he opens up by 2 lengths on Cinque Torre. Graceless Styler held up. Wolves, Atlantic Ocean, Balkans, Avery. 150 to go. The instructor, he's still a nice leader. Wall of horses chasing. Wolves runs to second. Late Mars Mission, but the instructor does it both ends. Back to his best under the 61. He's too good for either Wolves or Atlantic Ocean. Behind those, Mars Mission. Balkans had no luck. Graceless Styler, Avery, Cinque Torre, and Dakota Vroom might have found it too wet.
May well have, but the instructor certainly didn't. Bounce back in style. Ran 10th last start at Randwick over the 1200 behind Jolie Star, and that race just wasn't run to suit. Was beaten some 6 lengths there, but today got its own way with Adam Hieronymus up on speed, was able to kick clear at the top of the straight, and the rest really without a chance. It's exceptionally tight for the minors. I did think it might just be the 8 Atlantic Ocean, but it is a flared nostril between the two, and it looks like it's lost the bob, so it could well be the 10 that takes that second spot. Off that, you would say it is, but we won't rely on the shutter cam just yet. Hasn't been around long enough, Nick. Mars Mission is in for fourth, though, so it's probably 1:10.82, but we'll keep an eye on that photo for second.
Yeah, that late professional money didn't miss there, Benny. So the instructor, 360 on the totes, so pretty much across the board there, and well backed on the fixed odds late. Just might add that is the fifth runner to settle in lane 1, Ben, throughout transit. In for second, I did think it might have been Atlantic Ocean, a nice return. Wolves was honest, and the other runner coming down the outside just had too much to do. It was probably Mars Mission you might want to follow out of the race, but down in grade, the instructor, too strong.
Yeah, 1:10.8 and 2 will be those confirmed numbers, 1:10.8 and 2. So it will be Wolves that sticks the beak out and gets that spot. Just on the favourite, or Balkans, which was very well supported, as soon as you were just kept out 3 wide on a limb, you knew it was going to be a tough job from that point on, and just faltered the final 150. Well done, the instructor bounces back in style.
Yeah, he has. Great performance from him today. He certainly gives himself every chance. He's got that great tactical speed. He's able to sort of really take up the running and control things from the outset. With that, he's still absorbed pressure, but that's the style of the race that he doesn't mind to run. He can sustain speed, and when Adam was able to sort of slip them there and quicken off that tempo there around the bend, it was certainly going to be hard for him to run him down.
It was a tough ask against Jolie Star and co last time out, and the race wasn't really run to suit, but if he gets to dictate, we see a different horse.
Yeah, there was probably just a bit more pressure in that race than he was anticipating, and obviously with the class, I guess you sort of got to expect that. So dropping back in grade, no doubt that helped. Still was forced to carry a bit of weight against some seasoned horses, so not easy, but he's done well, and just good to get him that confidence. I wanted to keep taking him through the grades.
All right, yep, 61 kilos. Good effort today. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks very much to Adrian. And Shani is with Adam Hieronymus.
I am. Well done. You're brought in first up. What did you think of that run and then into today?
Look, I was very confident he'd win first up. obviously in a lot stronger grade. That just things just didn't pan out his way, and it was just far too much work first up, and that's why he capitulated sort of at the 200. But everything prior to that was good, although things didn't go our way. So coming back to this race, just going off how confident I was first up, you have to think that he was always going to be hard to beat. But it was a strong race, and he's a 3-year-old taking on the older horses carrying top weight, so it's a very good effort.
Always travel like the winner.
Yeah, he did. He was always going to begin a lot sharper than the others and find the front comfortably, and that was what was going to win him the race, and it did.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations to Adam. 3 more points in the Jockey Challenge for him. The instructor, $4 and $1.65. Fixed, $361.80 was well found on the tote. Wolves has run well, $3.30 for second. And Atlantic Ocean, I thought, really got warmed up late. It was only a flared nostril away from that second spot and was hitting the line better than anything. Mars Mission in for fourth, and maybe a forgive with Balkans, who was well supported. Clearly a bit of stable confidence there, but just did not get the right trip today. Stuck 3 wide without cover throughout. 110, 8 and 2.
Yes, and the first leg of the quaddie, well, it was quite well backed. $4.60 into $4 fixed odds. So I think most people would have included that in their quadrella selections. Nick Burney certainly did, so he's alive in the first leg of the quaddie there. 110, 8 and 2. The winner paying $3.60 and $1.80 on the tote. $3.30 Wolves, Atlantic Ocean $4.70. Mars Mission running fourth.
Red light turned on. They're just about set. Jewelry just getting the head down in an inside gate. Squares up now. They're off and racing. Jewelry jumped away on terms with them. Perfect Proposal, Confess Our Dreams, Gold Lover all the way well with Confess Our Dreams surging to the top. From Gold Lover, Perfect Proposal the inside, then Lavero, Look Only, Monty Cade. Single Benefactor, centre field, Jewelry on the rails, followed by Waikiki, Ningaloo Star, Sunchime and Springley. She had to go right back from the draw to last. Confess Our Dreams to the 600 metres, 3/4 of a length, Lavero. One away the inside was Perfect Proposal, enjoying a soft trip. Then Gold Lover, Look Only wide out. Jewelry goes okay but needing luck. And Springley is trying to come around them about 6 off the lead. To the turn, Confess Our Dreams, held together by Waddick. Leads here to Lavero, Perfect Proposal, Gold Lover, Jewelry up behind them. Springley letting go with a good run, and Ningaloo Star runs on. Confess Our Dreams led at the 100, but here goes Springley with a brilliant run. Jewelry gets up the fence. They'll fight it out. Springley, Jewelry, Springley. Great return to racing. Springley's beaten Jewelry. Photo for third. Confess Our Dreams and Ningaloo Star, I think in that order. Then Sunchime getting out late. Perfect Proposal, Lavero, Monty Kate, Single Benefactor, Waikiki, Gold Lover, and Look Only.
Oh, Springley has launched over the top of them late there. $3.50 and $1.80. Rachel King with a beautifully timed run for Bjorn Baker. The stable having a big day today, having taken one out early doors. They had a wide draw. They had to take their punishment, go back to near last and launch over the top, and that they did. Jewelry was fantastic. From 3-back fence, was able to find a few runs through and squeezed out at the right time, just bumped into one that was maybe just stolen half a march there. Confess Our Dreams was up on speed and brave enough, and while the 5 will ultimately run fourth, I think that's Ningaloo Star. I thought the run of the 5th horse, the 9, this won't make you feel any better, Nick, but Sunshine was fantastic, was held up for the bulk of the straight, finally saw daylight with about 100 to go and ran on very well into 5th.
Yeah, perfect ride, Benny. Speed was on, just got to the outside and much too strong for them, Springley. She looks in for a fantastic campaign. So she replicated what she did first up last prep, so she can only go on with it now. The second horse I thought was very strong there, Jury, to come off that 427-day break, and she just didn't want to turn it up at all. She just kept wanting to find the line, follow her wherever she goes second up. With that, the third horse I thought was also honest in Confess Our Dreams to be first up, leading at that tempo. And yes, Sunshine just fell into the Canterbury coffin, I suppose you could say, Benny. But too good, Springley. It was all about the winner.
It certainly was. So that's win number 3. It's start number 6 with a couple of minors thrown in there for this Daughter of Zoo Star. And you know, from a map side of things, was always going to give them a fair start there. Launched over the top and did well.
Yeah, no, it was pleasing to see her do that. On the way here, Björn spoke to Rachel, and the last thing he said was good luck. So there wasn't a lot of hope from that gate. But look, she came back and relaxed under Rachel. Beautiful. I thought when she smoked up on the corner, I thought she was going to be really hard to hold out, but she let down. She's a nice filly and she's very exciting.
We saw her sustain through 3 runs last preparation that form while she won first up and then just ran a couple of minors. From there she did kind of build, even though the stats might not indicate it. You must be confident she can go on with the job after this too.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's the right decision. Björn put her out at the end of last prep. He could have pushed on with her, but she's come back a bigger, stronger filly. She's a really lovely horse now, and hopefully she goes on to better things. We'll probably look at something like Denise's Joy that's going in a couple of weeks.
Sounds like those better things are much better things. Congratulations to you and well done to Rachel. Perfectly timed run. As Björn said, good luck. Well, she got the luck down the outside and launched over the top.
Yeah, that's it. You had to go back from a wide draw, and when you were back there I thought, I don't think she can win from there. But where did you come from?
I think she's a very smart filly. I think that got me out of a bit of trouble probably. But yeah, look, she needed to sort of go around. It was unfortunate she drew like that, but we'll probably learn a bit more about her. She is, a little bit more adaptable this prep especially. She's bigger and stronger, but it was really nice to see her come back and still relax and do everything right today. She did still get to the front and have a little bit of a look around, but that just shows there's plenty more to come.
Were you happy with the trials coming into this? Because there was a bit of intent at Hawkesbury in that recent one.
Yeah, she's been going super, and like I said, she's definitely developed this time in. She's bigger and stronger. She was a real big baby to the last prep, but she's turning into a proper racehorse now.
Well done, Rach.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Rachel. Picks up 3 points in the Jockey Challenge and gets another win for Björn Baker. Spring Lee, $3.50 and $1.80. Beats Jewellery. So Spring Lee over the top. Jewellery with those runs along the inside, and that was a fantastic return. After such a long layoff, Godolphin must be really optimistic with what she has in store this preparation. Confess Our Dreams was up on speed, and maybe they overdid it a touch, but might have bumped into a couple of handy ones. And then we have Ningaloo Star ultimately running in for 4th. But 2 or 3 that you could follow out of that race, and at least one to the Denise's Joy, setting the bar nice and high for Spring Lee. 8, 4, 3 and 5, 6 down.
And the winner there, of course, Spring Lee, just a little bit easy in the market because it opened today at $2.90, and when they jumped it was a $4.20 fixed odds chance, but certainly one of the favoured runners. Jewellery was also well backed, $5.50 into $3.70 and wasn't beaten far. Confess Our Dreams has run 3rd, Ningaloo Star 4th, and on the tote, $3.50, $1.80 the winner, $1.60 the second, $2.40 the third. And 2 well-backed runners now for the first 2 legs of the quaddie. The Instructor winning the first leg at around $3.60, and Spring Lee winning that one, paying $3.50 on the tote. So a couple of favourites. Nick Burney alive in the quaddie. The numbers you need.
Red lights are turned on. Going without Bat Out of Hell here. Stand by. Off and racing now. And so Prina left fast, looks for the lead. Drums of War is coming across as well. And it's got very good speed. Drums of War out to the front. Betsy's Flag followed it over. Then Soprano and Yankee One lands in a great spot. Physical Graffiti, Land, Wind, Fury, the next trio, followed by Bandgetta, then Rapido. 2-length Cinematic Star and Casil out the back. Drums of War leads up to the 700. 3/4 Betsy's Flag. 1 away 3rd, Soprano the inside, and Yankee One is 4th. Physical Graffiti got caught deep at the 600 metres, followed by Land Win on the rails. Then Fury wedged away between runners. Rapido gets going. Bandgetta, Cinematic Star and Casil bunching field at the 400 metres. Drums of War first to see the judge, led narrowly. Coming after it, Betsy's Flag, then Soprano, Physical Graffiti. Fury's back behind runners. Rapido came at them, and Cinematic Star's running on. Inside the 200, Rapido's up to Betsy's Flag. Down the outside was Fury. Bunch finish coming up. Rapido, Betsy's Flag fighting it out with Rapido doing best. Rapido is too good, and 1 from Betsy's Flag. As for 3rd, Cinematic Star is there with Fury and Yankee One back toward the inside. Competitive finish. Behind those, Physical Graffiti, Bandgetta, Land Win. Then Soprana Casile, Drums of War, the leader, knocked up, and it's been one of the last in.
Or Rapido, Rachel King's having a good day today. $8.60 and $2.80, while a couple of others were just strung up, and that really was Rachel's doing. She was able to make that move up, keep them locked inside, and was able to launch when she wanted. And as a result, Rapido's been able to kick maybe a length and a half clear of Betsy's Flag in the end, who was pretty game. It is tight for that third spot. Now, it's got a white beak, but I thought Fury might have just stuck it down in time. It's going to be agonisingly tight. Oh, that is near dead heat areas. 18 and 5 in a very tight go. 18 and 5 for that third place. But 17-16 and Rapido gets the win.
Yeah, the gelding operation's done the trick there, so went out on a strong maiden win, has come straight to town first up there, Benny, off a couple of nice trials there. We're given that solid platform. Great ride by Rachel King there. I thought Betsy's Flag is now ready to peak third up after having to always face the breeze there. Stuck on well, and the other two runners who were first up, Fury and Yankee 1, might just be two horses to follow out of the race as well from a fitness perspective.
17-16, 18 and 5. The 17, Rapido, first up from a break, gets the win. Colin McCullough's going to join us here from the Snowden team. I'm sure they'll be particularly pleased with that performance there. Nice return.
Yeah, great result. Look, we've been scratching because of wide gates and soft ground, and we've seen soft sticks this morning, and we spoke to James, and look, we're happy to run the gauntlet and see how the track played out during the day. Luckily we got an upgrade, but Rachel gave him a great steer, and great to kick off the preparation like that.
Well, last preparation, we saw Rapido just get better and better. So if it happens again here, this is a nice little marker for later on.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at it, probably won't end up being a bad form race either. Some good speed in that sort of race there, and just good to see him do it first up.
I thought the thing Rachel did really well was just make that move up, not necessarily go early, but just make the move up and keep a few of her main rivals in a pocket in the middle there, and that meant that you guys could launch a run when required.
Yeah, look, and he's probably a better horse, ridden a little bit quieter, but because of being scratched so much over the last couple of weeks, he was a bit fresh in himself, and Rachel let him stride up, and luckily he was too good in the straight.
Those barrier gods can be cruel sometimes. Well done on your patience.
Thank you, Ben. Cheers.
Yeah. Thank you, Colin. All right, over to you, Shani, with Rachel King, who's having a big day.
Yeah, great day for Rach. Well done. I know you don't know a lot about him, but what did you think of that win?
Yeah, it was good. He's still sort of a bit of a kid. Like, he just didn't really switch on through the first half. And she probably put him into the race a bit sooner than I wanted to, but just because he was just floating a little bit at the back there. But then he did really switch on and worked into the race beautifully and put them away well.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Rachel King, another well-timed run, and sometimes the defensive aspects of a positive ride are as important as the aggressive parts. Rapido manages to get the win, $8.60 and $2.80. Betsy's Flag, $2.30 in for second. We've got Cinematic Star in for third and Fury in for fourth, and suddenly Rachel King is equal with Tommy Berry in the lead in the Jockey Challenge. So she's on 7 points. J-Max sitting there on 5, the $1.40 favourite. He does have the favourite in the last, but to say there's a bit of pressure building would be an understatement. Fantastic return from Rapido. The 3-year-old son of Capitalist gets another win on the board.
Yes, indeed. 2 wins in a row for Rachel King. And the next 2 days, she'll be riding at Wagga, the Wagga Cup Carnival. She's got some good rides there tomorrow. And, of course, she will have some good rides again on Friday, the Wagga meeting over the next 2 days. And Rachel will be down there. 2 wins in a row for her today, getting Rapido home there at $8.60 and $2.80. Betsy's Flag, $2.30. Cinematic Star, $3. Fury running fourth. So the quaddy numbers now, 1, 8 and 17. 1, 8 and 17 in the quadrilla at Canterbury.
Hey, Sierra, the roughie, he's in the gates. And coming forward in that black cap, Victory at Omaha. Red lights are on, set for the last 1,900 metres here at Canterbury Park. Gates open, they're off and racing now, and yet he moves, bounced away evenly from his inside stall. Out wide, Smart Legend and Victory at Omaha, both away smartly, and they're coming across to sort the lead out. It's Smart Legend, the inside of Victory at Omaha. They pair off at the winning post. Just behind them, Vain Invader, 3 wide at the moment. Yet he moves, pushing up into a good spot, 4th the centre. Spaycaster is using his inside draw as well to kick up. Behind those, All Hallowed Tide. Acera second to last, the outside of Sound and Vision, which is at the rear of Proceedings. So now crossing was Victory at Omaha. He goes to the lead. Victory at Omaha heading towards the back section of the course. 1,300 to run. Pops over the crossing there. 1 in front of his stablemate, Vain Invader. Third the inside was Smart Legend, and Yet he moves as 1 out and 1 back, enjoying a nice run. He's just got the mouth open as he lobs along their centre field. The outside of his stablemate, Spaycaster. 1 away then to All Hallowed Tide, who's got the favourites back. Then Sound and Vision. And Acera is last of all. Heading towards the 750. And the front runner, Victory at Omaha. No real tempo mid-stages. It leads here by half a length, Vain Invader. Locked away third, the inside was Smart Legend. McDonald will just bide his time on Yet he moves at the 600 metres. He's about to go now. Then Spaycaster, followed by All Hallowed Tide, who continues to race on the favourites back. So coming for home, Vain Invader gone. It's Victory at Omaha, 400 metres to go. The leader, Yet he moves, looms ominously. He's within half ahead of the lead at the top of the straight, and he goes to the front now. All Hallowed Tide's going to try and run him down, and Spaycaster in restricted room behind them. Yet he moves, has a fight on his hands. All Hallowed Tide, the outside's going to make him earn this, and Spaycaster's going between them now. There's the gap for Spaycaster, and he let rip like an Oakley plater. Surges through to win. Spaycaster, nice turn of foot last bit, has saluted from a photo finish. All Hallowed Tide, Smart Legend. Well, Yet he moves. What price was he to miss a place at the 100 metres? He has. Behind those was Sound and Vision. Victory at Omaha, and Vain Invader, one of the last.
Spaycaster, well, you could see from about the 200 onwards, Angus Villiers, he was just waiting for that opportunity to pounce. He had to wait a little longer than maybe he'd hoped, but Spaycaster was able to pounce as soon as that door was left ajar. $8.30 and $1.60. Smart Legends run well up along the inside, and again, probably didn't get that opening until things were a little too late. All Hallowed Tide loomed up to win the race, and to be honest, probably travelled like the winner for the bulk of it, but just kind of peaked on the run that final 50 metres or so, but still a nice find from the yard at an each way price there for Shani. 2, 4, 6 across the line, and it looks as though the 11 will run fourth.
Yeah, great third up effort there by Spaycaster. Took a bit of a bath in the betting there, but if you chimed in at the big odds, and you've had a good result to finish off the day, but he was always going much better than the form guide Reed, but accelerated through the gap. You always like to see that from a horse. All Hallowed Tide, as you said, Benny, did loom to win. I thought was honest. Smart Legend's been going really well. And Sound and Vision just down the bottom there. That's a much improved run. So maybe follow it over more ground, possibly down in grade. But it's all about the winner. Pricked his ears on the line. Too good.
Absolutely. Charlie Duckworth will make his way down shortly. Understandably, everyone kind of watching from the comfort of the grandstand, because we did have a fair bit of rain pre-race there. But Spaycaster, well, the market wasn't keen on him, but the 5-year-old son of Highland Reel didn't know anything about that, and he just needed an opportunity when that gap opened. Geez, he put it away nicely.
Yeah, didn't he? Nice ride by Angus. He didn't panic at the turn, pushed Tyler out a little bit wider and got a beautiful passage through. So, look, this horse obviously was a bit plain first up on a firm deck, and then was better second up and third up today on a rain-affected surface. We saw him back to what we know he can do.
As for the favourite, I kind of felt as though they were left a bit of a sitting shot. The leading pair kind of fell away, and then suddenly Yet he Moves was left dragging the rest of the field up, including the winner. Yeah,
absolutely. Look, he had a good duel with the O'Shea horse to his outside, and then they just got a bit swamped late. But look, he ran credibly, but obviously you would like to have seen him stick on a little bit better, but can't complain too much.
Okay, you had a couple of babies run really nicely earlier in the day, didn't you? One by the Autumn Sun was very good, hitting the line late, and a Yes that went around as well. So a couple there that look promising.
Yeah, and by the size that Chris created, so you'll be in the good books in naming those two. No, look, it's an exciting time of year. Our 2-year-olds, obviously. I know Chris pulled out the Triple Crown last year, but we do have a lot of 2-year-olds to come to the track. We obviously had 10 accepted for today's event, and I think we've got about a similar number for next Wednesday too. So, look, with obviously May, June and July, we'll have a lot of 2-year-olds and a lot of ammo to fire. So it was just a start off today.
Okay, perfect. Nice and optimistic for the future. Well done, Charlie. Thank you. All right, we might have a quick chat to a young jock that seems to be taking some big leaps and bounds in recent times. He's doing a brilliant job, and Shani's going to catch up with Angus here. I thought he was patient beyond his years there, Shani.
Indeed, he just needed that gap to open, and when it did, away he went.
No, look, he was full on, and he was just waiting to go through, and as soon as it slightly opened, he was like, yeah, I'm gone.
Is this your first city winner here in Australia?
It is, yeah, it is. Great.
First winner for Chris?
It is, yeah. So, no, it's fantastic. Really good.
How's things going? How's that manager of yours? Is he doing a good job?
Robbo's doing a very good job, yeah. He's always ringing me, telling me, I've got you this, I've got you that. No, he does a good job, so really good.
Well done.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, shout out to Robbo if you don't mind. Well done, Angus. Fantastic work. Spadecaster gets the win. $8.30 and $1.60. Smart Legend in for second. All Hello Tide out wide there. Ultimately runs third. And Sound and Vision hitting the line okay for the Owen team. At a big price too, runs fourth. 2, 4, 6 and 11. So in terms of riding honours, Tommy Berry must have drawn with Rachel King in the Jockey Challenge, so if you backed either of them, that'll be a decent enough return. Tommy was around $4.60, but Rach was double figures, so well done to the backers there. Well done to Nick and Shani. Thanks for their help throughout the course of the day, to the team on track and the team back at French's Forest. Appreciate your good work, and we'll catch you next time from the midweeks.
And the last race of the day at Canterbury, 2, 4, 6 and 11 are the numbers there. And Spadecaster, the winner, went out fixed odds as one of the better backed runners, and on the tote it pays $8.30 and $1.60. Smart Legend $1.60, All Hello Tide $1.80, Sound and Vision running fourth. Quaddie numbers at Canterbury today. The Quaddie 1, 8, 17 and 2 are the numbers you need there, and that's paid just over $1,000. $1,099.10, so just under $1,100 for the Quaddie on the New South Wales tote. Spadecaster winning the last leg, 2, 4, 6 and 11, the numbers in the last race of the day.